Hi guys and welcome back. To start off this video, as you guys can tell by the intro, and as you guys seen in the intro, I'm going to be doing a first impressions and like a swatch kind of video on the new Laura Lee Los Angeles Cats Pajamas eyeshadow palette. And the packaging looks like this. I think it's really nice. I like how she did the little flowers and how her little, the little spacer here is silver, and then it says her name in black. So yeah, this is the packaging, which I think is really cute. And now when you go ahead and you open up the palette, the actual palette looks like this. The camera does not do justice for the glitteriness, I guess you can say. So it is silver kind of shimmer glitter embedded into the palette. It is pink in the middle, yeah, pink shimmer in the middle, glitter, and then again the black in her name. So overall, the appearance of this palette is really nice. I really like it. And then down here it just says her Instagram, her YouTube, and that is pretty much it. So this is what the palette looks like. So when you go ahead and you open it up, this is what the shade and this is what the palette inside looks like. I already did a couple swatches on some of them, but for the most part, this is what they look like. So starting from the first row, right here, this kind of bone color, this is called Okie Dokie. This is Scatterbrain, which is like a really gold nice shimmer. This is a matte shade Bomb Diggity. This is Cray Cray, another matte Redonkulous. It's like a kind of bronze copper kind of shade right here. Down here, this is, I'm gonna totally butcher that name, so I'm not even gonna try to say it. And then this is another matte Cookie in one ear. This is a shimmer, and then out the other, this one she said it's like a matte plus a shimmer kind of mixed in together. And then this one is Oddball, and I think she said this was like the same kind of formula for each of them. So I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna swatch a couple. I'm gonna swatch Scatterbrain, which is that really nice gold. So this is how it looks on the finger, and then I'm just gonna go ahead and swatch it right there. So as you can see, these shades are really pigmented. That was just one swipe, and I think it looks amazing. And then I'm going to do one of the matte shades. I'm going to do Cray Cray. This one's kind of more of like a burnt orange kind of color. Looks like that, like a rusty kind of orange. And then, wow, that one's really nice. As you can see, that is really pigmented. I can tell that these eyeshadows are going to be very pigmented on the eyes. As you guys can tell, they're being really pigmented on my arm, so I know they're going to be really good on the eyes. And then I'm going to go in one ear, which was, it's like a kind of burgundy purpley shimmer shade, which looks like that. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to swatch it under or beside it. This color is that. This is like a kind of like a cranberry shade. This shade is absolutely stunning. I love this one. I know that this one's going to be my favorite. And then the next one that we're going to do is Oddball, which was that black shade. It is black. You can tell it's matte, but it has a little bit of shimmer in it. You can see like the little specks of shimmer. So going in and swatching that. So as you can see, it did kind of fade out towards the end compared to this matte shadow right here. I'm going to go in one more time to see if it helps it. So it did help it a little bit, but as you can still see, it's still kind of faded out towards the end. I'm not, I'm not gonna go based off that. So I do have to try it on my actual eyes to see the true pigmentation of it. But for the most part, those are the four that I'm gonna swatch, just because I'm not sure which ones I'm gonna use for my eye look today. I'm filming in front of my window, and there was like this couple that walked by and they looked inside the window. Awkward. I went ahead and I put concealer on my eyes already, but I wanted to show you guys what shade I'm going to be using to set that, since it is going to be a shade with in the palette, I should say. So I went ahead and I blended that out, and then I'm just going to take my Morphe E8 brush, and then from the palette, the first shade that I'm going to use to set my entire eyes is this shade right here, which was that bone kind of color. And I'm really happy that she put a shade like this into the palette, because there's a lot of palettes that really don't have kind of like a bone kind of color. And I've seen a couple videos where people were kind of disappointed in the new palettes that have been coming out because there isn't like a bone kind of shade in there, but this one is like really perfect. I like setting my eyelids with a lighter shade just because I feel like it helps me get a clean canvas, whereas if I were to do a shade closest to my skin tone or closest to my lid, there's really no point of me setting my eye. So that's why I like using a white shade, and I feel like it just helps the colors come out more vibrant. So the first shade that I'm going to go into for my transition shade is going to be Bomb Diggity, which is this middle shade right here on the top row. And I love that it has a mirror in it. I just love it. So this is a really great palette to take on the go. So going in with my Be Bella Entry 332 brush, I'm going to take Bomb Diggity. So I'm not sure if you guys are going to be able to see it in the camera, but as I am tapping my brush in there, there is some fallout. I'm not sure if you guys can see or not, but there is a little bit of fallout. But that does not bug me. It doesn't concern me. It's not going to make me look at this palette any different. What matters to me is the pigmentation and the way that they blend out. So I'm not sure what eye look I'm going for today, but I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to focus this. That's really pigmented. I'm going to focus this in the outer portion of my eye. The shadow blended out really easily. So going in with that shade still, I'm just going to keep blending that out. And this first shade, I do have to say that it is really easy to blend out, which is a major plus for me, because you don't want an eyeshadow palette where the shadows are going to be hard to blend out. With this one, these shadows are really pigmented, I have to say, as well, and very easy to blend out. And then the next brush that I'm going to go in with is going to be, let me clean my brushes. It's going to be this Morphe M13 brush, I'm sorry. And then I'm going to go in with Cray Cray, which is this kind of burnt orange shade right here. And this one, again, this one is the same. This one doesn't have as much fallout as the other one. So this one I'm going to focus it only on the outer portion of my eye. That color. This one is kind of similar to Bomb Diggity, but this one is more on the kind of orangish side. But again, I'm not complaining, because you can never have too many of the warmer kind of orangey shades. I think these shadows are perfect for fall. This whole palette is like the perfect fall palette, which I love. So I'm just applying that shade into the outer corner and then bringing it in halfway. I'm stopping about right here. I'm not going to bring it in any further than that. So again, this one is really easy to blend out with the other shade that I have on. So far these shadows are blending out really seamless and nicely, which I love. I'm going to still take that shade Cray Cray and I'm going to apply that to the outer V of my eye. I'm going to pack it on heavily, and then I'm going to do the same thing to the inner corner. I'm going to do like a halo eye. Might as well. Just so I can use more shades. And I can give you my honest opinion on like all the shades that I can use possible. Okay, and then I'm going to take a more denser brush and more what is wrong with me? I can't not talk today. I'm going to go in with the Morphe M519, and then I'm going to take Cookie, which is this matte shade right here, which is like a burgundy kind of maroon kind of color. And with this one, I'm going to focus it first on the outer V of my eye. Ooh, this one was really pigmented. This one is really nice. It's more like a cherry kind of color, not so much burgundy. It's not so much like a dark kind of color, but I still love this color. This one had a lot of fallout. Same shade, and now I'm going to focus that into the inner corner. So moving on, I am going to take my flat synthetic brush that I use to kind of clean up my brows. Concealer, I'm going to take my Tarte Shape Tape Concealer in the shade Light Medium Honey. It doesn't really matter what shade you use. But I'm just going to take a little bit on the back of my hand. I do not need that much because I'm just going to be cutting the center of my eye. So taking this, and the reason why I like to cut it is because I feel like it looks more defined. So to 10%, I'm going to take Okie Dokie. I'm going to use that just to set the middle. I'm not sure what shade from the palette I want to go in with, or if I just want to leave it like that. So what I did was I just took that shade Okie Dokie and I just applied it to the center of the lid where I cut the crease, and then I just took Kooky and Cray Cray and I just blended out the outer and the inner portion of the eyes. And now for the lower lash line, I'm going to take the Morphe M222 brush, and I'm going to take Kooky, which was that burgundy kind of cherry color that we used, and then I'm going to focus this. I'm going to focus the color on the outer portion and in the inner portion of my lower lash line only. I'm not going to apply anything to the middle. Because pretty much what I did to the bottom, I'm going to do to the top. Be Bella RG215, and I'm going to take Cray Cray and I'm going to take Bomb Diggity. I'm going to mix those two together, and then I'm going to apply that underneath. I'm trying to get it so you guys can see. And then I'm just going to sweep it across the entire lower lash line. Taking my Morphe M210, I'm going to take that shade Okie Dokie, and then same thing, I'm going to apply it to the center of the lid. Fill in my lips. I'm going to take the NYX Butter Gloss in the shade Madeline. I don't want to do anything too bold with the lips because I want the main focus to be on the eyes. Sums up this entire video. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. Again, I did create this look using the Laura Lee Los Angeles Cat's Pajamas palette, and like I said, overall this palette is amazing. The shades blend out really easily, and they're really pigmented. I absolutely love all the shades. Like I said, this palette is like perfect for fall. You have your warm tones, kind of transition shades, and then you have your, and I like how she put a black in it actually. You have your dark shade, and then you have your little maroon shades, which I think is absolutely perfect. So I do highly recommend this palette for all of you out there. You guys should definitely get your hands on this. This is going to be a permanent palette. She's not going to do, it's not limited edition or anything like that. So for the most part, that is my first impressions on this palette, which I think the look came out really stunning. I really love how it came out. So if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you in the next one.